What's up, everybody? If you've never seen me before, my name's Luke, and really, I just love sports. Made a video on YouTube that you can actually go down and find about 2 years ago on the college football playoff and why I think it's broken. And since then, I got home from college a couple weeks ago and I found this Cristiano Ronaldo jersey just laying around in my closet that I got off Temu like 5 years ago. It's way too small for me, but I thought, hey, the World Cup's coming up and I wanted to share my opinions on it. Before I get into my predictions, though, I want you to drop a comment down below letting me know how far the US has to go in the tournament for the sport to be called soccer for the next 4 years. I say if they make it into the third round of the elimination bracket, then it should be called soccer for the rest of time. No question, because that would be really embarrassing for everybody else that calls it football. Before we get into the video though, I have this tiny little mic that I'm talking on, and I'm not sure how the quality is going to be, as well as this camera that keeps on focusing in and out that I bought for like $10 at Target about 2 years ago. But it's my first time making content in like 2 years, and I hope to be making more. And as that happens, I hope to upgrade some of the quality of my setup and lighting and all those different things. So I'm just letting you know that beforehand so I don't have to record this like 15 times and everyone wonders why the mic didn't pick up something or why the video keeps cutting in and out with the focus. You can see it's kind of weird. And the lighting, like everything's kind of blue. And then I have this red jersey on. So yeah. But besides that, if you like the video, make sure to let me know by leaving a like, and let's get into these predictions real quick. I've got to tell you, I'm really excited that the World Cup is in the United States this year, even though like nobody, including myself, can afford to go. But I think it's also just really cool to like see people staying and playing at places I've been to, stadiums and college campuses where I've literally been at. That's crazy. There are jokes and memes that were going around about Lamine Yamal and Team Spain being in Chattanooga, Tennessee is bonkers to me. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into Group A. There's obviously this matchup that's giving everybody nostalgia to start it off between Mexico and South Africa. Love South Africa. It's been very fun to see them be in qualifying. Mexico's going to beat them. Mexico's going to get number one. The only team that can compete with them, I think, is Czechia over here. Czechia, I think, maybe can slow them down and kind of out physical them, but I just think Mexico's still too good. South Africa is going to get last. They're probably not going to get a point off anybody. Maybe they draw one of these two teams right here. Maybe Czechia if I had to bet on it, but I'm still going to put Czechia in number two. Love Sun, guy with no haters. Hopefully they make it through as a 3 seed because I think that that's what they're going to be. South Africa, like I said, it was fun while you lasted. I hope we have another goal like the Shabalala one that we all love, but maybe it'll be Mexico around this time because they're the team at home. It'd be more fun if their fans get an experience like that. Then in Group B, people are talking about Canada because they're the host country. They have Alphonso Davies, but that's also kind of their only option when it comes to producing anything. I think Switzerland, they're kind of the team that everybody doesn't see that flies under the radar. There's this clip of Steph Curry talking about Klay Thompson coming back after the offseason and just being like, hey guys, what's up? Like, you haven't seen them the whole time. That's how I feel about Switzerland. They've been so under the radar the last 4 years. Literally, between every World Cup, you hardly hear anything from them. And then they just show up and they're like, hey guys, like, we're still here. So that's kind of sick. Then I'm going Canada. Alphonso Davies carries them to the 2 seed here because Bosnia and Qatar are doing absolutely nothing. Is it Qatar? Qatar? Not sure how I pronounce that. Help me out. So I'm going with Bosnia to get into the 3 here, and then Qatar, even though you hosted the last World Cup, I know that they're trying so hard to act like they're relevant, and one day maybe they'll get there. It ain't happening right now. Then over to Group C, I like Brazil. Brazil's a really, really good team. Love seeing the emotions from Neymar, even though that's probably not going to change much of anything. Can't stand Vinny, but there's no denying that he's an outstanding player. Going Brazil here, obviously just an all-around outstanding squad too, besides just those couple that I mentioned. And then I'm going honestly, Morocco, I understand the controversy with them with the African Cup of Nations, the towel stuff. Obviously, taking the cup off of Senegal as well because of the whole quitting and coming back into the game thing. I do think that they're still a good squad. I've seen people talk about Scotland getting the 2 over Morocco. I don't see it. Scotland's a good physical side. I think that they might be eligible to also get one of those 3 spots that moves on. Morocco's getting the 2. They also handled the heat better. These Scotland boys are going to be dying in the heat over here. By the way, let's talk about this real quick. Okay, we need to sit down. 85 degrees Fahrenheit is not hot. I live in Oklahoma. It gets 105 out here, 110 out here Fahrenheit. The boys from Scotland, the boys from England, Germany, they would be melting with how they've been talking on social media and in the news about how hot it is. It is not hot. First off, half the stadiums are indoors, but even when you're outdoors, it's not that hot. Get over it. You're a professional athlete. That's just my opinion. It's going to be controversial. Scotland still gets the 3. Maybe they would have gotten a 2 if they quit complaining so much about sweating every once in a while. Then in Group D, I understand it's super competitive. I understand I'm probably biased. Don't care. United States all the way. called soccer. I know that this Turkey team, they can be really dangerous. When they're at their best, they seem to almost be able to beat anybody. When they're at their worst, they're really bad. I'm trusting that they're going to beat Australia and Paraguay, so I'm going to go Turkey here in the 2. Australia, they've got some of my boys on my favorite club, which is Middlesbrough FC over in the EFL Championship. But Rylan McGree's hurt. He's pretty much the only player that I really pay attention to over there, even though I know they got a couple of stars that are pretty famous on socials. Going Paraguay, they're the more fun team that Australia wishes that they were, and Australia is old and injured. Then on to Group E. This is a group of death. This one, man, I want to give Curacao a chance. I love their culture. Their story's been fantastic. I think that it's been super fun. Them even making it to the World Cup, obviously. I know the 48 team field is expanded. I hope to watch all 3 of their games. They have one of my Middlesbrough boys in Sanjay Hansen on their team too. Super fun, super athletic. Germany's winning. I know that they're a little bit older. I know that they haven't made it out of the group stage in the last 2 World Cups. It's Germany. Relax. Then we have these 3 over here. Cote d'Ivoire, that's the one time that you're getting that out of me. Their name, Ivory Coast, okay? We've got Ecuador, we've got Curacao as well. I have a tough time picking who's going to be the 2 here out of this group. I think that the Ivory Coast, obviously, because they haven't allowed a single goal through all of qualifying, is a very good team. They have a very good opportunity of advancing here. I think that they do it in the 2. For a while, I've been trying to say that Curacao could sneak past them or whatever. They've literally not allowed anybody to score. Curacao is not scoring all of a sudden on them. I want to go Curacao over Ecuador as well. I don't know why I've fallen in love with this team. I've hardly even watched any of their football in qualifying or anything. It's going to be Ecuador. They're just a better team. Curacao, it was really fun. I hope that you can get a couple points off of one of these teams and maybe have a chance in the 3. Probably not going to happen. Group F. This one is weird. I've seen people talking about Sweden. I don't buy it. I've seen people talking about Japan. More valid in my opinion. I still think Netherlands is the best team here. I understand people think that they're a little bit spotty, think that they're a little bit maybe, not going to handle the heat super well. Going to be Netherlands. I think that these European teams are just too good once again, as they have been through all of history. Then it comes down to these 2 again. I like Japan to advance. Japan just has that good culture. They have really, really good traveling fans. And also, I think that they have a decent amount of talent on their team. Tunisia ain't doing anything. We're going Sweden. I don't know how Sweden's going to be as far as being one of those 3s. I hope maybe they can advance through, but we'll just have to see what happens. Group G, Belgium. I know their golden age is past. They're in the weakest. This is the weakest group in the tournament, in my opinion. Belgium advances just because of that. If they were in this group over here, they might not. They might get the 4 if they replace Curacao here. They have no one in their group. Right as I say that they have no one in their group, Iran is a pretty decent team. Egypt, obviously, they have Mo Salah. That's pretty much all that I know about them. So I am going to go Iran, sorry. And then I'm going to go with Mo Salah's team, and then New Zealand. You look pretty good on paper. You never get it done. Just how it is. Group H, don't want to spoil anything. Obviously, I think everybody knows that Spain's going to go far. I have them number 1. They're just too good. In my opinion, obviously, I know France is ranked number 1. Spain might be the best team in the world. And then we have the OGs over here, Uruguay. We have Saudi Arabia, who knocked off Argentina last time. And Cape Verde, don't know anything about them. These 2, I know people are quick to just click on Uruguay. Saudi Arabia is a decent team. Obviously, they have a lot of investment in their team. I think I'm going to go Saudi Arabia to get it done. And then Uruguay, they're definitely going to be one of my 3s to get through. And then Cape Verde, you got your 15 minutes of fame, and it's over. And then in Group I over here, dude, I take back what I said about being the toughest group over here. Group I, whew, dang. I'm going to take France. I want to take Senegal. I want to take Norway. France is ranked number 1 for a reason. They're insane. They're top. They're absolutely class. They're ridiculously good. Then I think Norway can give Senegal more trouble than people are giving them credit for. They're going to go Senegal. I wonder if they use the African Cup of Nations and that getting taken away from them as some sort of fuel for this. But I'm not sure how that's going to go. I don't know if that translates over necessarily, but they still have good players. I think that they, again, handled the heat a whole lot better than France. World's better than Norway. Norway is not used to it being over about 70 degrees, but I am going to go Norway in the 3. Iraq, I really don't know how they qualified, but it's fun to see them here. Group J, I don't see anyone knocking off Argentina. I see 9 points for Argentina there. Messi, the golden boy, got placed and picked into a group. Algeria is an okay squad. I'm still going to go Austria over them. Algeria in the 3. Jordan, couldn't tell you a thing about their squad. Then we have Group K. My boy, CR7. He's over here in Group K. Colombia's a decent team. Portugal's too good. They also got Bruno. They got other weapons on the front. They got other weapons in the midfield. They have a pretty good defense. Going Portugal. Then we got Colombia. They're more of a fun side. I don't think that they're going to do very much, but they're not losing to Uzbekistan or Congo. It's just not happening. Between these two teams, I'm not going to act like I know. I just hope Congo can probably handle the heat better, and that proves me right. Group L. Is it coming home this year? I guess time will tell. At least I know that they're winning their group, though. So then over here we have Croatia, a bunch of old men running around. I don't know how they're going to handle the heat. Again, I don't think it's actually hot, but they're going to complain about it regardless. You obviously have Modric. You have other old heads on the team. You have a little bit of youth coming up, especially people that can sub on. So I'm going to go Croatia just because I don't see them losing to Ghana or Panama. Maybe a draw against Ghana. I want to go with this Panama squad. I think that they're pretty fun to watch. Ghana's probably going to win, though. And Panama. Once again, nice knowing you. And then I have to pick 8 third place teams that are going to make it through. This is tough. I think Norway is pretty much a lock. When you have the best striker in the world, you're bound to score goals. You're bound to score points on teams. They're at least going to get 2 or 3 points in the group stage, maybe more than that. And so I think that they make it through. I think Scotland makes it through too. I think that a lot of people are underestimating them. And I think that they're going to have a really nice squad to see in the cup. Then after that, I want to see Sun move on. I want to see Ecuador move on. I think that those are 2 fun sides. And then, boy, where do I go from here? I still have to pick 4 more teams to get through. I'm going to go Uruguay. I think that they are going to do enough. Gosh, there's not much to pick from here. I think I'm going to go Sweden. And then I hope Mo Salah makes it past the group stages. And then I'm between like a Ghana, a Bosnia, a Paraguay. I don't think Algeria does it. I'm going to go Paraguay just because they're in a really tight group. Germany and Scotland. Scotland, your fun ends here. Going Germany. France and Sweden. Once again, pretty easy pick. I set myself up pretty nicely. I'm going France. That right there is that game is brutal. Then we have Czechia and Canada. These 2 sides are so hard to figure out. I like Czechia and their consistency. Canada, it's more fun to say that they're at home, that they might do something. I'm going to go fun factor. They're at home. They have home field advantage. Go Canada. Netherlands and Morocco. This is an interesting game. 2 very different play styles. I think I'm going to go with Netherlands, though. I like them to actually move on past what a lot of people are saying about them. And then we have Colombia and Croatia. Croatia, once again, the old men. Colombia, a lot younger, a lot more fun, fluid. My mind says to go Croatia, but my heart says Colombia. I want Modric to go through. I want him to, achieve more in the World Cup. I just don't see it happening with how much they're worried about temperatures. 4 more years of age since last time when we called him an old man. Spain and Austria. Austria is lucky to be here. I'm going Spain, United States, and Ecuador. Rocking with my boys. We need like 2 more wins for it to be called soccer. Belgium and South Korea. This one is weird. Both of these teams, I like that they're playing the US because I think that the US can beat either one of these teams. I want to give it to South Korea and Son and see him advance. I just don't think that there's much more around him, and because of that, I got to go with Belgium. And now we have a semi-final matchup in the second round. In the round of 16, we have Germany and France. Germany, this is so unlucky because you're looking to make a longer run than this, especially when you've gotten bounced out so early in 2018 and 2022. It's going to be France. France is just too good. Canada and Netherlands, both of these teams are going to get belt from France. They just are. I'm going Netherlands. They're the better team. Look, we got similar colors on the flags. It's pretty. Spain and Colombia. I think Colombia actually puts up more of a fight here than people give them credit for. Spain's too good. They're the best team in the world, I think. They have the experience. They have the youth for the fun. They have the defense. They play tiki-taka, which is the most safe route to go in cup football. Spain moves on. They just have too much going for them. Lamine Yamal with his ramen noodle hair gets it done. United States and Belgium. I told you beforehand that I would pick the United States over either one of these teams back here. I like Belgium. They're past their golden days when they were supposed to do something and they never did anything. United States wins. Oh my gosh. I just missed the whole section down under here with Brazil. Y'all are gonna think that I'm a stupid American, and that's okay. Go, just flame me. Flame me. It's fine. I was thinking there's more than 16 teams here. There's one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I scrolled down. Yeah, no duh. Anyway, let's move on past that. Brazil's beating Japan. They're too good. Does Ivory Coast continue to play outstanding defense, or can a team like Senegal finally find a way through with their talent? I don't know. I also don't know about Ivory Coast, how much they're going to be able to actually score versus just play defense. They do have 25 goals through qualifying. I want to go Senegal. I feel bad about the African Cup of Nations. I also feel like I should go Ivory Coast. I think Senegal's a more fun game and a more fun team. Mexico and Uruguay. This is an interesting game. I want to pick Uruguay. I think Mexico still hosting Mexican City Stadium, as you can see right there. I think Mexico goes through pretty comfortably. England versus Norway. This is the game of complaining about the heat. I think Norway, obviously with Holland, puts up a fight, probably scores a goal, maybe two. I think England scores 4 in this game. I really do think that they're just too much for the Norwegian defense. Obviously, there's Odegaard here too, as well, to help out Holland. I don't want to. Yes, I do know more than just one player. But I think England just get it done. They're one of the better teams, top to bottom. They have an outstanding squad. I'm still mad that they left out Foden and Cole Palmer. Now, Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. What if we see 2022 happen again in the group stage? Would that not be absolutely insane? It's not happening. It's just not gonna happen. Turkey and Iran. Iran's lucky to be here. Turkey actually continuing to make a decent run. Switzerland and Egypt. Mo Salah, been fun. Too bad you're not on Liverpool anymore. Going Switzerland. Portugal and Paraguay. Paraguay's fun. Ronaldo gets it done. Oh, not actually Ronaldo. I know. Bruno, some of these other guys. Then we're gonna go Brazil and Senegal. Senegal, again, fun team. Brazil, too much talent. Brazil's one of the best teams in the world. They're incredible. They're insane. We're going Brazil here. Mexico and England. Does Mexico just get to play in Mexico the entire tournament? Is that just the thing? Am I out of the loop on that? Anyway, England's gonna win that. Probably gonna be pretty hot for them. England's still gonna win. They're too good. They're one of the best in the world. Argentina, Turkey. Messi's not going down right there. Switzerland, Portugal. Switzerland actually, I think, could win this game. Portugal's going to win it. I can't wear this shirt and put them out in the round of 16. Are you crazy? Then we have France and Netherlands. I think that they actually have a really good shot to make it this far or even into the semis if it's a different matchup than France. I don't know if that's how possible that is. I saw this YouTube video though the other day of this guy from like Wall Street or somewhere making predictions on who is actually going to win the World Cup. Apparently he's gotten it right like 2 or 3 times in a row. He picked Netherlands. This dude's an idiot. France is winning. Netherlands, I don't think he understands who Netherlands has to go through to win the World Cup. It's just not happening. They don't have enough. Spain and the US. I know Spain. I'm not stupid, okay? Brazil and England. What a match that is. In Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Why does that say Miami Stadium? They had to take all the sponsorships off, didn't they? Isn't FIFA like a non-profit organization and yet they're making profits off of sponsorships? Somebody explain that to me. I think this is a lot harder to decide than people think it's gonna be. I think a lot of people, especially because I think that every content creator that's from England is gonna be picking them to win this, like, right off the bat. I think Brazil actually presents more of a challenge than people think that they will or give them credit for, because they're a top, what, 7 team in the world. England's still gonna win. They're just too good. What a game this'll be. I mean, we literally get Messi versus Ronaldo one more time. I know they're shells of their former selves, but how special would that be, honestly, just as a football fan altogether? I know Argentina may be favored in this game. Portugal's a really good side. This is not me just saying this because I have the jersey on. I do think that Portugal's the better team this time around. They're kind of continuing to feed the team with more youth and more good players, and Argentina's kind of just gotten older and older. Even though they're still a crazy talented side. I'm going Portugal. And then in the semifinals in Dallas, Jerry World's about to be filled up for this. I like France. France is number 1 in the world in the FIFA rankings. Spain's too good. Their play style is too consistent. They're too good. They're going to get it done. England and Portugal, I want to continue to pick Portugal. I want to see Ronaldo get it done. It's just not going to happen. England's too good. It might be coming home. Is it actually going to come home this year to England? Is football coming home? I think that Spain goes in. They have both of these teams have insane talent. I really don't know how you can pick between the two super easily. At this point, it's a toss up. Does it come home? Does Spain get it done for the first time since 2010? I'm going Spain. I think that they're just too good of a side. They're too consistent. If I had to bet on someone to get the job done more than everybody else and just play consistently better, I'm betting on Spain because their tiki-taka style, the way that they build up, the way that they defend, it's just too good. They just have too much talent. They're so well coached. They are going to be the toughest out for anybody that plays them. They are incredible. So there you have it. Spain wins the World Cup in my book. England makes it really far, and I think that they get their hearts broken. People think that, oh, it's coming home. I think they get right on the doorstep, their hand on the knob. I think it gets snatched away by Spain. I do think that Portugal and France have really good opportunities, though, as well. So don't count them out at all just because I picked Spain this time around. I know my bracket was a little bit chalky, but when you look at World Cup performances, that's kind of what happens is it goes to where those best teams in world tend to finish off the job and continue to be consistent. But I also think that we have some fun sides that can make some noise, make it a little bit further than people think that they will in the bracket. And that's what we love about the World Cup, right? It brings people together from all different fans and nations, and we get some really cool stories. And I'm just really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. Come on, American boys. I hope that we shock the world. I think it's going to be really, really fun to watch them perform in the World Cup as well. Everybody's doubting us. Everybody's making fun of us. We're going to go further than anyone thinks that we can this year. I'm telling you, it's going to be majestic. Anyway, if you really enjoyed this video and you want to like and subscribe, feel free down below. I hope to be making more content like this, maybe on the World Cup, maybe on the NBA Finals finishing up. I know it's already like halfway done. American football is in the off season right now, but that's just right around the corner. I plan to make more sports content. There's also going to be links to my socials down below as well. And beyond that, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time and it'll be less than 2 years. Tiny mic bump.